these teams up, and now as district play really starts to heat up, both teams are primed to make a run. The energy is electric, the stakes are high, we are just getting started. Friday Night Lights belong to high school football, so here we go. Visiting Eastlake Falcons entering first at 3 and 2, followed by the hometown Eastwood Troopers entering at 4 and 1. First quarter, Julian Lewis back to pass, flushed out towards his left. Lewis delivers a strike right up the seam to Ethan Rivera. Rivera makes a man miss, and he'll go all the way for the Falcon touchdown as Eastlake strikes first, 7-0. Next possession, Kingston Jeffries, the quarterback for the Troopers, back to pass. He launches one deep downfield, and he's got Michael Torres behind the defense. Torres runs it all the way in for the touchdown as Eastwood fires right back and ties things up. And the home crowd at Trooper Stadium was loving it. Eastlake driving once again. Williams gives it to Derek Holguin, who punches that one in from a couple of yards out to put the Falcons back on top. Eastwood looking to respond once again. Jeffries going deep again. This time it's caught by Jordan Nava. Nava outruns everybody, and he'll go all the way in for another Trooper touchdown to tie things up once again. Second quarter, it's Williams on the quarterback keeper, taking that one in for himself for another Eastlake touchdown. Back and forth, these two teams would go in the first half, and we'll go now to the second half. And in the second half, it would all be all Troopers all night long. Eastwood runs away with a 42-28 victory in this one and moves to 5-1. After the game, we caught up with their head coach, Julio Lopez.
Yeah, look, let me tell you something. Eastlake has been putting up points all year. Very explosive offense, have a great quarterback, great group of weapons, but I can't say enough about our defense. We knew when we got in and it was 21-21, we put a lot on them. We were going to need some stops. We had to come out and tackle a little bit better. We had to convert on third and long and fourth and long. We did a great job. We created some turnovers, and then the offense just played efficient. Kingston made great decisions all night. The running backs took over, our offensive line took over, and our wideouts provided the spark when we needed it. So just can't say enough about the coaching staff and the kids, and just the commitment to staying in the process and pulling out a big win tonight.
A huge victory for Eastwood and Coach Lopez. Congratulations to the Troopers. They now move to 5-1 on the season and in pole position to try and win that district title. Anyway, this party is just getting started. Go refill your drink. Get another bucket of popcorn because we got a ton of game action to get to tonight when we return. Welcome back to Arc Red Zone, everybody. The best Friday night party here in the Borderlands. Flanker and running back Ernie Powers has been unstoppable this season. He's coming off a career day, 7 touchdowns last week in the Battle of the West Side. Coming into tonight, he had rushed for 1,572 rushing yards. That is third in the entire country, and he also has 28 total touchdowns, which is good for second in the nation. And tonight, he'd try and power the Cougars to their fourth straight victory. So to the sack we go, where the 0-5 Montwood Rams and the 4-1 Franklin Cougars would go on and do some battle. Opening kickoff by Montwood, and the Rams would send this one deep for Tyson McDavid. McDavid makes a nice little move and bursts that one free into the open field. McDavid breaking a tackle, headed towards the far side of the field. He's only got the kicker to beat, but he is going to be tripped up around the 25-yard line. And that big return would set up Ernie Powers, who makes it look oh so easy, going untouched for the Franklin touchdown, make it 7-0. But you know what? You can never count out the Rams. They always fight back. Damian Briano back to pass, scrambling around, and he's flushed out towards his right. Briano fires to the end zone, and it's an absolutely inch-perfect pass to Adrian Cornitas for the touchdown as Montwood ties it up. Next possession, Lucas Garza looking deep, and he drops it right in the bucket for Santiago Perez, who outruns the Rams defenders and puts Franklin back on top. Montwood driving once again, looking to even it up again. It's Briano shooting it out to his running back, Tim Rosales, who takes that one in for the score. Montwood claps back once again, and we're still looking for a final score on that one. So make sure to head over to our website, kfoxtv.com, for the final score. Right next door, where the 4-1 El Dorado Aztecs faced off against the 3-2 America's Trailblazers. First quarter, Bryson Booth rolling out towards his left, launching one deep down the field. Rashawn Bryant hauls it in. America's trying to chase him down, but they won't get him. Bryant takes it in, and the Aztecs take a 7-0 lead. Next Aztec possession, they hand off to Ryan Estrada. How about the cut right there? Estrada breaking free inside the 40-yard line. Another vintage Ray touchdown, and the Aztecs double their lead. America's now looking to try and get back into this one. Emmy Gonzalez, the America's quarterback, looking to pass. The pass rush getting to him. That's a fumble. It goes backwards, but Maurice Edwards scoops it up. He's going to carry it all the way back across the field. He's going to make a nice move right there along the sideline. How about that from Edwards, turning disaster into a huge gain. Then a couple of plays later, they decide to give it to their running back, Cameron Johnson. His face mask gets pulled, but it does not matter. Johnson inside the 10 and in for the Trailblazer touchdown. And in the end of this one, El Dorado gets a big-time victory, 28-20, and moves to 4-1. Over to the Coralsbrook Stadium, where the 1-4 Coronado Thunderbirds were hosting the 3-1 Pebble Hills Spartans. Opening drive of the game, Pebble Hills. Joe Fernandez on the quarterback keeper carries that one to the far side of the field. He's got a first down and more before being shoved out of bounds by Chase Golding inside the 20. A couple of plays later, Fernandez lofting it to the end zone. It's Noah Tarrant going up and getting that one for the touchdown. The freshman doing his best Randy Moss impression, and the Spartans take a 7-0 lead. Next possession, Wes Stansbury, quick pass out to Christian Frias, who makes a nice move and has a Thunderbird first down. A few plays later, Bryce Reistad on the handoff, spinning free, but that ball is jarred loose. Jonathan Martinez hops on it, and it's Spartan football, and they'd make the T-Birds pay. Fernandez slings it out to Tarrant on the screen, little shimmy, and Tarrant waltzes into the end zone for the touchdown and doubles the Spartan lead. Later in the quarter, Fernandez to pass again, looking deep. He fires to the corner of the end zone, and it's caught by Oscar Hernandez inbounds, the third passing touchdown for Fernandez of the quarter, and Pebble Hills runs away with this one, 49-7 the final score, and moves to 4-1. Now to Burgess, where the 3-2 Mustangs were hosting the 2-2 Hanks Knights. First quarter, Hanks with the football to start things out, and they give it to Austin Ducher. Ducher cuts it back towards the middle. Austin Ducher breaks a tackle, lowering his shoulder and flexing his way into the end zone and gives the Mustangs the 7-0 lead. Next possession, Hanks back with it. They give it to Jordan Morales dumps it down to Ducher, who follows his blockers and takes that one in for the touchdown. 14-0 Knights. Burgess now with the chance to respond. They hand it to Nezahul Cisneros. Shows a little patience, then bursting right up the middle. The Knights can't stop him, and the Mustangs have a touchdown, and they are on the board. Next Burgess drive, Marcus Sanchez. After we see some little push-ups from ROTC, Marcus Sanchez, the quarterback for the Mustangs, lining up in the shotgun. He slings it out to Jaden Bowser on the screen. Bowser says, sit down to a defender. Little shake and bake, stiff arms another. How about that from Jaden Bowser, who takes it all the way for the Mustang touchdown and ties it up at 14. An incredible run right there from the wide receiver. In the end, though, Hanks pulls away 35-21. The final. We still got so many more fireworks to get to tonight, so don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back here on ARC Red Zone.
Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Welcome back to ARC Red Zone. Thank you all for chilling with us here tonight. The Del Valle Conquistadors have been dominant to start the year as they look to repeat as district champions, led by an electric offense powered by Arizona State commit Jake Fetty. They will return home tonight to Conquest Stadium. The undefeated Conquistadors welcoming in the 2-3 Chapin Huskies, looking to pull off the massive upset. Second quarter tied at 3. Jake Fetty out of the shotgun on the zone read, decides to keep it himself. Fetty bounces it towards the outside. Now he's going to cut that one upfield and turn on the afterburners. Jake Fetty all the way down the sideline and into the end zone. How about that from the future Arizona State Sun Devil as Del Valle takes a 10-3 lead. Later in the quarter, Chapin trying to get back into this one. Davian Singleton now in at quarterback for the Huskies. He's back to pass. He fires that one deep downfield for Leaf DeWitt, who makes the catch and is in for the Husky touchdown. The Huskies would go for 2 on the ensuing 2-point conversion. That pass would sail over high, but how about the hit right there from Aldo Rios, delivering that big hit to knock it free. Next possession, Fetty looking to pass, scrambling around and dumps it to a wide open Dante Etchison, who's got a ton of green grass in front of him. Etchison darts all the way for the Conquistador touchdown. Late in the half, Chapin's Corwin Martin trying to make something happen. He's going to try and break this one free towards the far side of the field. How about that? Martin trying to make something happen, but Aldo makes a touchdown saving tackle. Del Valle leads 16-9 going into halftime. But in the end, Chapin with the comeback and upset of the year as the Huskies take down Del Valle 23-22. So a huge win for head coach Marco Chavez and the Husky program. That now puts them in second in the district standings behind Andress. Another week down. So many options to choose from when it comes to our play of the week. But as always, there can only be one winner. And it comes from Burgess. Marcus Sanchez slings it out to Jaden Bowser on the screen, says sit down to another. How about that? Marcus Burgess, stiff arm, juke move, all the way in for the touchdown. We need to take another look at this one, slowing it down. Sits a defender down, then he makes a nice, great cut right there. Another stiff arm, says sit down to basically 3 defenders. He leaps over a tackle right there before heading in for the Mustang touchdown. Absolutely sensational. And we do have that Franklin score, the final big one. Wow, 84 Franklin Montwood, 84-49 the end score. Franklin's offense absolutely rolling in this one. Spectacular performance once again from the Cougars. And that'll do it for us here tonight on ARC Red Zone. Thank you so much for joining us. For any of the scores you may have missed or highlights you may have missed, you can go find that on our website, kfoxtv.com. But for now, I'm signing off, and I will see you guys next week.